software and you want to alert the finance administrators that, that this piece of software is going to be installed. You want to incorporate that notification into your process. Now, you don't necessarily know whereabouts in the process you want, so what we allow you to do is insert these notifications into any part of that process. Similarly with things like approvals. If you want somebody, whether that's, again, sitting within IT or outside of IT, to actually approve the installation of that software, then you can insert these approvals into that process. And if you think of these like Lego blocks, you're taking an approval block and you're putting that somewhere into your model, wherever you want it to go. So we can extend this a little bit further as well, and we can actually do automated application testing. So you've downloaded the content, you've sent out a notification to say, hey, this piece of content's now available. You've sent out an approval request, so the admin in this team can go and they can say, I want to go ahead and approve the installation of that software. Before it goes out to the rest of the organization, you actually want to perform some level of application testing on that. So you can automate the installation, the validation of that content, so that piece of software performs some, let's say, some checks. So after installation, validate, did it actually install successfully? If it did install successfully, then let's perform some additional checks. Can I still contact the domain controller? Can I still ping this external website? Tick, tick, tick. Can I actually, is my machine still in a usable state post-installation? If it's not, then what do we want to do? We can automatically remediate that, or we can stop the deployment at that point and don't go any further. After that, once that application's been successfully validated, maybe then instead of blasting it out to all machines, we want to do some kind of phase deployment. Well, again, if this is a rigid process, you don't want to be limited by the number of phases. So how many phases do you want? What's the scope of those phases? And what happens between each one? What's the gating factor? Between phases 1 and 2, how do we control whether we want to roll on to the next phase? Is that like time elapsed? Do you want to wait 24 hours to move on to the next phase? Is it success-based? So when we've got 90% success, move on automatically? Is it failure-based? So as long as we haven't got more than 5% failures, do we want to move on? So you can incorporate all of this into your process. Now, if one of those phases were to fail, again, what do we want to happen? Do you want to have an additional approval to say, hey, look, these are the statistics. We've sent it out to 5,000 machines. 1,000 have successfully installed, but the other 4,000 have failed. Do you want to continue to the next phase? Yes, no. Or do you want to incorporate automatic rollback? So this has failed on X number of machines. Let's automatically roll that back to the previous version and prevent it going out any further. And then we've got one final part of the process, and that's, well, this is great for a typical sort of medium or low priority update. But what happens if we've got a 0-day? What if we've got a critical update that needs to go out? Well, we want to expedite that. So let's have a separate process for that, for those critical updates, and send those out in an expedited manner. No approval, no notifications. Well, maybe we want to incorporate notifications, but no approval, no phased rollout. Just blast it out as quick as possible and reduce our vulnerability footprint. So obviously, this is quite an in-depth and involved process, and we can actually get a lot more in-depth and involved than this. So for an example of how we can sort of combine these objects together to build out a process, we can go back to the original process and set it up as simply as we like. But we can model the process. We can use these building blocks in any which way that we like. We can bring them all together into like a business process. And so how are we doing this? Well, we're doing this through a way of one-time configuration, one-time modeling of the environment, and we do it through an object type called a patching strategy. And so into this patching strategy, we define the products we want this to apply to, we define the processes that we want to follow, and a lot of other sort of, we call them intent schema objects that we want to leverage. It's all built on top of a powerful underlying platform that which has been the underpinnings of the company for 15 plus years of distribution of content, storage of content. So that platform is facilitating the delivery of these patches, which can sometimes be quite large. And it's a real-time platform. So when we're sending out instructions to clients, when we're receiving data back from clients, when we're viewing the dashboards and reports, it's all real-time. So you're seeing the status as it is at that point in time, and you can control it as well. So you can pause these deployments, you can abort them, you can roll them back, and retaining full visibility into these patching processes as they're taking place. And then on top of that, we've got a heavy focus on customer experience. So we want to prioritize our customers' software so that we're not just limited to what we've got within the current catalog. If there's applications that the customer wants to have added into the catalog, we will add those, and our general turnaround is about 48 hours after request. So, we want to work with customers, enhance the catalog, and deliver their applications. And so I'm just going to switch over really quickly to a very quick demo. Does that come up okay on there? You can't see that? 1 second. Can you see that now? Yeah. So this is the web UI for the patching product, and this is the sort of snapshot view that you get when you go to the home page, and it shows you your compliance and your risk and your health, a whole bunch of other statistics. But what I wanted to show you is the patching strategy. And oh, has it? Let me close the PowerPoint. Sorry. Is that better? Yeah. So these are the strategies, and into these strategies, what you see along the left-hand side here, this intent schema, these are the building blocks. These are the Lego bricks that you can combine, and these are all provided out of the box, and you just add into your strategy the appropriate Lego block that you want to leverage. And so we choose a strategy, and these strategies include things like approvals and notifications, and you pick which starting block you want to use, and then into that we can choose what products it applies to, what processes it uses, and then things like approvals and notifications and things. And you're basically defining your process through these pre-built objects. You just add them into your strategy, and then these will apply autonomously in the background. So when a new release of 7-Zip or FileZilla or Google Chrome or even Windows updates comes down, it's going to be added into the respective strategy, and those processes are going to apply automatically in the background. And so you can model this, you can model your environment, you can model your business processes one time, and then the system takes care of it automatically in the background. Deploys the patches, validates the patches, rolls them back if there's an issue, all autonomously. Now, obviously, there's a lot more to the product than this. I think this is all I have time for during this demo, but we've got a booth down the end. If you'd like any more information, then please feel free to pop over. But this is where I go. So, thank you very much.